This is a Scalper's Gold trading update. We're just going to take a look at this is the new ATM trading system and a few parts to it. Basically, we have our ATM line. That's the blue and red dots there. And then the momentum, bullish momentum is in green. Bearish momentum is the red bars here. This green dotted line here is our trend line. And then we have our blue and red price filter bars. Bull are bullish, red are bearish, basically to kind of simplify it. Anyway, we had a couple of nice what we call counter trend trades today in the ATM. And what we're looking for is, the trend here is up. It's starting to flatten out a bit. We get a first red bar to cross the ATM line here, but the trend is still up to kind of flat. So what we do is we're going to wait and see if the second bar here also closes below. If so, and we've got our ATM is all red, considering that we're looking to go short here, we're going to go short, but we're going to give it a couple of ticks. So we're going to go short a couple of ticks below the low of the lowest of these two red candles that have crossed below the ATM line here, the trend line. So that would put us at 10,598 is where we're going to look to go short. Okay, if we do get short, our stop is going to be a couple of ticks above the high of this first red bar that has crossed the trend line, and that's up would be at 10,610. Right up in here. So we get in. This actually comes down and hits 98 there. That takes us into the trade, and again our stop is going to be back up here at 610. And we're going again counter trend. Since the trend was up here, we're going counter to that. Okay, and then we just let this thing play out. As long as we can continue to get the momentum bars to the downside here, bearish, as long as basically these bars stay red, we can stay short. The other part, as long as these price filter bars here remain red, we can stay short. If these turn blue, or if we get positive momentum, especially if you get a succession of positive momentum bars, you want to think about exiting. So everything's still red here, so we can keep the short. And you finally start getting some positive momentum coming in here, so you have to think about exiting. And once these bars turn blue, from red to blue, then you definitely have to be out there. So on this, probably about 30 points or so from the entry till you hit your first momentum bar change there, or in here, or once he's turned back blue there. So nice trade considering, we opened up the day with the Globex range and the YM was about 40 points, and we just captured about 30 there. So then, waiting for the next setup here. Time of day is still okay, around 10:30 Eastern time. The other setups can be with the trend. For instance, we get a short signal here with the trend. Okay, but what happens here, we're either looking to grab 10 points, or we're looking at the momentum. As soon as we get two consecutive pullbacks in momentum, we're just going to go ahead and exit the trade. So this one you got in at 572. We're not waiting for two. Since we're going with the trend, we can take the first bar that closes below the line short, and that was at 572. This got as low as 566. So we weren't able to capture at least 10 points out of that. So we're going to look to the momentum to see, do we continue to stay in the trade or do we need to get out? And this second pullback in momentum tells us we need to be out here at 575. So just about a 3-point loss there. So we're keeping our our stops. Um, we're cutting our losses short in a nutshell. So now we're waiting for our next setup here. Had a potential counter trend trade set up where we got two closes above the line there with the positive momentum, but we were looking to go long up here. Okay, that didn't hit before things turned red again. Again, you get a red bar with the trend, but the ATM didn't agree. It needs to be all red to be able to take the short there, so we're passing on that. And then here we get a setup. Let me pull this back in here. Well, we got first looking at a counter trend because the trend was lower or heading lower, and we got the first blue bar here to split the line, the trend line. We're waiting on the second one here, and then we're going along a couple of ticks above the high here with our stop down here, and you can see again another nice trade. Now you get some get a little brief negative momentum there, but the trade really hadn't got going yet, so we're not too worried there, and it changed back to positive momentum. Get a little more negative here, but when you start running into a bunch of it here, you consider exiting at least part of your position, and then the final exit is going to be when these bars finally turn red here, from blue to red. So on this one, probably about 40-45 points. Again, a nice trade considering the day. I think we ended with maybe a 90 or so point range for the entire day, and we captured about 70 points on those two trades there if you held them to their completion there. So if what you're working with, we're starting a new trading here. This system I built to help especially new traders to be able to have success, keeping them on the winning side, and also helping you to cut the losses short and let the winners run. And this is a good system that'll help you do that. So if what you're using right now isn't currently working, or you're looking to get into the markets and you want something that you can follow and depend upon, it's going to help you have positive results in your trading, check out the ATM Trading System at scalpersgold.com.